pretty good team.
That was pretty. It was
What
pretty
made
decent.
that team so good, you two? Outside Clark again!
Mystics have opened up 0-4 from the floor. Clark, good feed inside.
So for the longest time, the WNBA has been kind of like the underdog in the sports world, right? People just haven't given it the same respect as the NBA. But guess what? Things might be changing. There's this one player who's like totally turning the game upside down. She's 6 feet tall, can cross you over like nobody's business, and has this crazy confidence. Yeah, you guessed it, we're talking about Caitlin-Clark.
Ducks in. In fact, Benley stays with her. Blocked from behind. That was Clark. Now Clark looking to push. Cross-court pass. Pull. Back to Clark. She will launch. And
This girl is straight up fire on the court. She's not just got star potential, she's got that superstar aura around her. It's like she was born to do this. And here's the crazy thing, she's not just going to be a big deal in the WNBA, she could be the one to completely change the whole league. Think about it, like Michael Jordan for the NBA. He didn't just make the NBA better, he made it a global phenomenon. Caitlin-Clark is that level of talent. She's got the skills, the personality, and the charisma to take the WNBA to places it's never been before. It's early days, but the signs are all there. Even the haters, and trust me, there are a bunch, are starting to see the light. This girl is the real deal, and the WNBA better buckle up, because she's about to take the world by storm.
Here's Clark. Picked up now by Dee Richards as she's into the ball game. Richards on the floor. Clark, the step back three just below the logo, drills it.
We're just scratching the surface of what Caitlin-Clark can do, and it's already electric. The WNBA is getting a serious upgrade because of her. But let's be real, it won't be a walk in the park. Being a superstar means more than just being good at the game. You gotta have that insane work ethic, and you gotta be able to handle the pressure that comes with the spotlight. It's not just about scoring points and making highlights. The real test is how you deal with the hate, the jealousy, and all the noise that comes with being at the top. That's where the real superstars are made. And that's why everyone's so hyped on Clark. She's already faced some crazy stuff, but instead of losing her cool, she just kept her focus. That's the kind of mental toughness you need to build a lasting legacy. This is just the beginning, but she's showing all the signs of someone who's ready to take over the world. And speaking of handling the pressure and tough play, let's talk about one incident that really showcases her resilience. I mean, just look at this shove from Sky player Kennedy Carter during Indiana's win over Chicago.
Mabry doubled off to Carter. Her jumper is good. Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. And
this whole situation with Caitlin-Clark was getting pretty heated. I mean, it's not the first time she's been, targeted on the court by other players. And you know how it is, people are taking sides. Some people are saying, hey, she's famous, she's got to deal with it, no special treatment. But then there are others who think it's way out of line, that she's being picked on, and the WNBA needs to step in. One person who's really fired up about this is Jim Banks. He's a politician, running for the US Senate in Indiana. He's basically saying the WNBA needs to get tough with the players who are going after Caitlin-Clark.
For you, what was that moment between you and Caitlin?
I think at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. Now that it's another day, I've had an off day, now I can answer your questions and I can let you know how I really feel.
Now, Congressman Banks was straight up pissed about the way people were treating Clark on the court. He wrote a big letter to the league office complaining about all the dirty plays and how it was affecting her. He specifically called out this one incident with Carter, saying it was a total cheap shot, not just tough defense. Banks said, look, we're Indiana, we love tough basketball, but this was over the line. He's worried about players getting hurt. Even though they upgraded the foul, Carter and the Chicago Sky basically got off scot-free. Just a little fine. Banks thought this was a huge problem. He said the league was doing Clark, the Fever, and all those young girls who look up to these players a huge disservice. He basically asked the league boss, Kathy Engelbert, some serious questions about how they're going to handle this stuff. He wanted to know what they're doing to stop players from targeting others, if teams are going to be punished for letting their players be bullies, and if all this drama is really good for the league. But guess what? Even with the fact that he gave them an ultimatum, we're still waiting for an answer. It's basically crickets from the WNBA. But here's the thing. Despite all the drama and rough treatment on the court, Clark's response is nothing short of inspiring. Anytime this girl gets hammered on out there, we're talking questionable calls, tough fouls, doesn't really even matter what it is. You never see her whining about it or coming to X to post about it, and that's impressive. But what's even more impressive? After she gets drilled, she gets back on the court and lets her game do the talking. And anytime she does that, those plays will want to make you jump out of your seat and cheer.
It is what it is. You know, I feel like I'm just at the point where you accept it and don't retaliate. Like, you know, just let them hit you, be what it is. Don't let it get inside your head.
Now, this whole love-hate thing with Caitlin Clark is wild, right? It's like she can't do anything without people having an opinion. Remember college? It felt like every other call was a questionable one against her. You'd think the basketball gods were out to get her. And it hasn't stopped. People are seriously jealous of this girl. It's like the WNBA is split into Team Caitlin and Team everybody else. It's crazy how much attention she gets, both good and bad. But here's where things get interesting. It's not just fans. Even some of the WNBA vets seem a bit salty about her. I mean, competition is healthy, but this feels different. Shouldn't we be celebrating someone who's bringing so much excitement to the league? I mean, tickets are selling out, people are tuning in, and the WNBA is buzzing like never before. All because of this one player. She's breaking records left and right, averaging like 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists a game as a rookie. That's insane. And she's just getting started. Once her three-point shot is on fire, watch out. It's like the league needs her as much as she needs the league. She's bringing in new fans, and that's huge for the WNBA's growth.
Davis, time winding down. Are they going to get the ball up in time? Clark for the win!
And let's not forget, this isn't just some overnight success story. She's been putting up crazy numbers for years. Not just women's records, but she's the all-time leading scorer in NCAA history, men or women. That's insane. Most points per game, triple-doubles, it's like she's got a cheat code or something. And she did all this with a team that wasn't exactly stacked with superstars. She carried Iowa on her back to multiple championship games. That's pure talent and leadership right there. But let's be real, just because you're a college superstar doesn't mean you'll be a WNBA legend. I mean, look at Michael Jordan. He was great in college, but he became a god in the NBA. So, Caitlin's got to prove herself out there. She's definitely on the right track, though. She's changing the game already. So, it's no surprise people feel some type of way about Caitlin. She's stealing the spotlight, breaking records, and making the game more exciting. It's like she's on a whole different level. Clearly, not everyone's happy about that. So, there you have it. But we would like to know what you think about this. Do you feel the league should step up and protect its rising star? Or Caitlin is not just tough enough yet for the WNBA? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button.